Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Tim, this is Sandy, this is Pablo, and this is our van. Normally we're running around Australia and we're doing mad things in our van, but we've decided to do a refit, and that means that we've got to take her off the road for a little while. Welcome to the rebuild. Last week I left you and I was doing the electrics, and I thought it was a bit boring and I'd catch up with you, but that took a little bit longer than normal. Now we've refitted it all, the shore power's in, the 240 volt systems all run out ready to go. We just got to do the last fitting off. Once all the panels are back in, then they can all be wired up and everything else. But all the 12 volt system is all running and waiting to be installed. We are waiting on the skylight and we're waiting on another Max Air fan to turn up. When they turn up, we'll get those fitted. You may also notice we've got some extra bits of wood up the sides, because last week our bed lift kit turned up, and these are the struts to hold the actual kit too, and these are secured to the van very, very securely. So before I show you the lift kit, there's one thing I had to add. We also fitted a Victron Smart Shunt, a 500 amp one. That's an upgrade from the original battery monitor. The original battery monitor only just told you the voltage really, and just a rough guess of how much battery voltage you had left. The system we've now put in, it's a tiny little thing. It connects to an app and it gives us all our power consumption, what's going in, what's coming out, and yeah, it's a lot better and a lot more reliable and easier to wire as well than what we already had. So that monitors our batteries really well.
The bed is here.
So guys, the lift kit we bought was a lift kit from a company called Compact Innovations. If you remember back on one of our previous episodes, Vanlife Gathering, we bumped into a lovely person called Coral, and she runs Compact Innovations, and she had her van converted. Well, she converted her van and put this lift kit in. We went over and had a look at it, and just we're going to have a look, see what it's like. We were so impressed with it, we actually bought one pretty much there on the spot. So we're not sponsored by them, we actually paid for this item because we believe in this item and we were very impressed with it. Let's go and have a look what's in the box. So inside this rather unassuming box is our lift kit, and this is where the magic happens. Inside, and when you open the box up, inside you instantly see 4 of these actuators. That's the wiring for the actuators, and there you go. This is the actuator itself, it's not a gun. These can lift 200 kilograms, and when they're in a stationary position they hold 400 kilograms. Next to that you have the bed rails. These go on top of the actuators, and the actuator runs through here pushing a small, almost like a carriage system that has a bracket on it that lifts the bed. These are fixed to the side of the wall and they keep it from going left and right, and they keep it in a straight line when it goes up and down. Here you go. Next we have, in this beautifully presented box, is the carriage system. Now each of these is what's pushed by, but the actual bracket for the beds are fixed to. They go inside that rail that I just showed you, and the actuator pushes them up and down. Very well built, nicely machined. In the packaging below that box is another box, and in this one we've got the remote control for the bed, we've got the power cable for the bed, and we've got the brains that control the bed. Also, she included a manual operating switch as well, should this not go well or break. Also included are the brackets for the bed that fix to the carriages that go up and down, and these fit to your new bed frame. Floor brackets are included. These go on the bottom of the actuators and they screw into the floor itself. I should have seen these first actually. We've got a little thank you letter from Coral and her company Compact Innovations. She also included some nice stickers. Vanlife one and this one. And she also has a Instagram channel, My Sprinty, if you would like to go over and check those out. And her company is Compact Innovations. All in all, the actual kit itself, these are the bits that I didn't actually get to see in the van. I actually saw the working, everything else was encased and put in very well. All in all, the kit looks very, very well made, and I think it's going to do well. So let's get to installing it and see how we go. Also, when you purchase the kit, you get an email with a login to the Vannual. That's V-A-N-U-A-L, Vannual, and that goes through the step-by-step installation of everything you need to do from beginning to end of the bed lift kit. Been and watched that, and I've passed the course. No, there's no course. You just have to watch the whole thing through just to make sure you know how everything's done, and then when you install it, if you install it as per the course, you shouldn't have any issues at all. The main issue I find is just trying to get things square, especially if you're not on a level ground. Oh, sorry, if you're not on level ground. The spirit level doesn't work very well if it's already wonky. So the best thing to try and do is use a set square 9 times out of 10, and lots of measurements from different points in the van, and you can usually get it really, really square. That's what I've had to do because we're actually parked on a slant. Right, now for the installation of the final support beam for the bed lift kit. I'll put you on time lapse so you can actually watch me. Right, now that's done, we're going to do the actuators and the rails for the lift bed, and we'll install the little bits that go up and down.
Well, hello there guys. Long time no see. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm just coming out to the van just to check out what Tim's up to. Apparently the bed struts are in and it all works. Let's check it out. So, show us how they work.
Welcome to the bed lift.
Well. It works!
It's not super fast, but it does the job.
You know, but you have to like make a cup of tea while the bed's going up.
Yeah. You know, it's got to lift a lot of weight.
Still going up.
We'll be there in a minute.
Apparently these ones are bed lift 2.0, and the first one that they made was half as slow?
Yeah, it's twice as fast.
Yes.
The original one.
Half as slow as this one. So Coral said, oh, she might want to get a new one for her one so you can go faster. But I think once the mattress is on, it'll actually look a lot faster than it does right now. But I'm so excited. It does such a good job doing that. And if you want one of these, it will come with its own manual, so it shows you exactly. It comes with its own manual, so it shows you exactly what to do, so there's no worries there. And how long did it take?
I don't know, about a minute.
Yay! We're just timing it to see how long it actually takes from the top to the bottom. It's not even halfway yet, and it's 15 seconds. Oh, that's not too bad actually. 56, 57, 58, 59, 1 minute. Whoa, close to a minute.
It was 1 minute 2.
1 minute, yeah.
It takes 62 seconds top to bottom. It's not.
Oh, it's not too bad.
It's a lot quicker than packing a bed away normally.
So when you're putting together or taking apart a bed, when it's got that U-shaped thing or anything like that,
To make a dinette up.
yeah, that would take longer than a minute. So I'm really pleased.
It's a hot minute.
It's a hot. I haven't been up here in a hot minute.
such a mission. I wish the carport was bigger. I have to do this every single day that I go out and work on the van.
It gets so hot in the van when we first open it that because we have like barely any insulation and those solar panels are off and all that sort of stuff, so it gets so hot.
Got some air moving in here.
What are you doing?
Just finishing the cabling off under here for the bed lift kit. Just run underneath here through the chassis. And then back up through the floor on the other side because it's we need to get from one side of the van to the other.
Yeah, so I think because the cords for the actuators, I think that's right, are all going to one spot, but the cords are actually all the same length. So I had to think of a clever way for them to actually connect to the box near the batteries. I think that's where he's putting it. So that's why he's under the van. It's probably the easiest and quickest way to actually pull that off.
Hi guys. Just having a bit of lunch. Well, dinner. You spend all day on the van and you forget, and time goes by really quick, so you forget to eat. So I'm just looking after myself, having some potatoes and some AG1. Not sponsored. So back to the bed lift kit. I left you just when I was putting the struts in, but then there was a lot of fiddling around and faffing about getting the rails in and getting everything lined up and straight, especially when I'm on a slant as well. So I've done all that, run it all in, run all the cables in, run this side. I had to run the cables underneath the van through some conduit. It's in this armoured stuff, pretty good. Plugged it all in, gave it a test run. Now you can control it with a manual controller that plugs in if you want, and then you just have it on the wall. Or we have this control. I don't know if you can see here. So it pulls at the moment. I checked it with the Victron thing. It only pulls about 5 amps at the moment unloaded. So I'm not sure. It'll probably go up when it's loaded and the bed's on and it's having to lift some weight. But when it comes back down, it'll be coming down with its own momentum. So it shouldn't be pulling so much amperage. So yep, that works very well. It's all plug and play. Pretty simple. I know I left you the other day, but it's the next day now. So top to bottom 60 seconds. That's not too bad, especially when it comes to other bed setups, especially when you've got to put your bed down and make your bed and hide all your cushions away. This thing just tucks it all up in the roof. Perfect. Anyway, back to my potatoes. Tuscan spice, lovely.
So I feel like I haven't been on this long at all. I was on for 5 seconds. Hello everyone.
Sorry if it's a bit boring and a bit technical, but yeah, that's van building.
There's a lot of information that we're giving you in regards to the bed lift kit, but we've got a few things behind us that have arrived. We were going to put this in the same vlog, but we're going to separate it because we don't want to overload you with too much building. But next week we will show you a skylight install and I think windows as well, if they haven't turned up yet.
If the windows turn up, we'll be doing that. But we'll be cutting holes in the van, which is a strange feeling to do. And we'll be taking the aircon out as well and fitting another Max Air fan.
How exciting!
We can't show you the bed going up and down at the moment. We can only show the equipment because if you put the bed frame in the way, I can't build because I've got to have to put it in and out.
Oh, sorry, there was a hornet.
Big hornet just flew past us.
Yeah, so when we actually put the bed in, we'll link these 2 episodes together so, you know, it'll be a bit more easier. Bit more easier? Bit easier. Anyway, originally we were going to do one build week, one travel week, but I think we need to get on with this build. We miss our van.
We're running out of days.
And we're running out of time, so there'll be a bit more building, but we'll try and make it fun for you, we promise. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and
please leave a comment. We always appreciate your comments. I love answering them. Sandy loves answering them. Even if it's just an emoji or a quick hello, we are quite happy to have anything just to prove that you're there. We love you, our little sandlings. Also, yes, the Buy Me the Coffee link. If you want to help us, just buy us a coffee or buy Pablo a treat. feel free to use the link
I
in
know
the
he's fat,
description.
but you know, he loves his treats.
Also, thank you to Jolly Matilda for the generous donation that you made to us on Buy Me a Coffee. We really appreciate that. And Pablo got his treats, and we enjoy the coffee as well. So thank you very much. And we'll see you all next time.
We will see you next week. Bye-bye.